Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a little segment called Things Moms Know. I was talking to some of the girls in my office, and there were things that we were rambling off about, things that we know that I don't know if it comes naturally, or of course you learn them as if you're a new mom and stuff, but it was just funny how we were talking about the things that moms know. So like the first thing, and I'm going to say a bunch of them, it's just a bunch of stuff. This is kind of like a public service announcement. If you're a new mom or a seasoned mom, and these things are so true, but maybe these little tidbits would help you. But just something I wanted to share with everybody. Something that we know, when you go to the doctor and you take your kids and the doctor tells you it's a viral infection. Well, it's a viral infection. That means no antibiotics. So that means you need to let it run its course. So that could be sneezing, fever, and basically you just have to keep them comfortable with Tylenol, ibuprofen, blah, 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 blah. You hate when you go to the doctor and you think that they're so sick and something's so wrong and it's a viral infection. Which is good, but still you think it's something worse. Anyway, other things moms know, incubation periods. We know the incubation periods for the flu and for like strep. I mean, the strep, I think it's 1 to 4 days, and the flu, it could be from like 1 to 5 days or something like that. So, if you have a family, you have other kids, your other children, whoever may not show symptoms or anything until, you have an incubation period. So somebody might get it, somebody might not. Hey, you never know. They may have excellent, immune system, but there's always an incubation period. So it's, it's bound to happen. The other thing I know, this mom knows, Vicks. If your child is coughing constantly at night, what I do is I get some Vicks, I rub it on the belly. I mean, not the belly, sorry. I rub it on the chest, I rub it on the back, on the bottom of the feet, and then I put socks on. And I kid you not, the coughing stops. I don't know what it is, but it works. I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing or Mexican thing or just a Vicks thing. I don't know, but it works. So if you guys have a cougher that's coughing all night, try it and see if it works. The other thing that mama knows is, do not let your kids have a drink before they go to bed. I know some kids say, oh, I want a drink, I'm thirsty. A sip maybe, but not a drink. Why? Because you will have a bedwetter. Now, you may have an awesome kid that's like Addie, who wakes up in the middle of the night and says, Mama, I have to go potty. Well, great, she'll go. But Augie, he is dead asleep, will not wake up, and he will have an accident. So it's your call if you know your kid, but typically I try not to give my kid anything to drink before they go to bed. Let's see. Another thing is warm up your vehicle when it's cold. Why? Because it lessens the whining in the morning. It lessens the crying in the morning. Makes for an easier trip to drop off to school. And I mean, it's nice to have a warm vehicle to get into from the house to, the truck, but it's something nice. Come on, be good parents. Let's see. Anything else I know? Always have, the line on the socks right. Now, you guys may think, oh my God, your kid is so picky, but if you've ever put on your socks and that line isn't right, it rubs your toe the wrong way or something, that's us. But for a kid, it's worse. So that line on the socks, make sure it's lined up right. It will bother them. They'll cry about it. They'll whine, whatever. So fix it. If you have the socks that have no line, oh my God, even better. But if you do have the socks that have that line, or if you'd like, flip them inside out so the line is not touching their toes and it's on the outside. So I'm just saying, it kind of works. Another thing I know is make sure that your kid does not have string, a rubber band, yarn, excuse me, allergies. Any of that when they go to bed. Why? Because from experience, somebody can have it wrapped around a toe, wrapped around a finger, and before you know it, the tip of the finger is purple and freaking dying. So yeah, always check your kids' beds. Sometimes they have teddy bears or stuffed animals that have ribbons on them, or some of the bows are connected with a rubber band. So if just FYI, just check it, because kids will be kids. They'll wrap it around their finger and they'll wrap it and wrap it and wrap it, and they do not know the repercussions of doing that. They're kids. Another thing I know is zippers on the jackets. If you have one kid that has to have it zipped all the way to the top, hey, fine, which is Augie. If you have another kid that, oh my gosh, you cannot have the zipper touching their throat because they'll start gagging, that was Ava. Ava could not have the zipper all the way up to her neck because she would start choking or gagging or having some kind of weird reaction. So just FYI. Have your kid taste everything. We have such picky eaters, and mama cannot afford Chick-fil-A and Bill Miller's and Whataburger all the time. So have them taste stuff. Even if you have to bribe them, I'll give you a piece of candy, or if you taste this, because in the end they'll end up probably liking it. So my little tip is, even if you have to bribe, I mean, come on, it's a little piece of candy. I know my kids don't have cavities and I don't do it often, but I know if it's something that I know that they'll like, I'll have them taste it. It's so much easier when they were babies and you could feed them baby food and they'll just spit it out on your face, and okay, well, yeah, they don't like it. Another thing is always have some kind of sauce. Ketchup, ranch, barbecue sauce. Augie likes to dip everything, and I know his sauces are not very healthy, but I mean, if he wants to dip his broccoli in ketchup, hey, fine, so be it. I will have ketchup on the table. Let's see, what else do I know? I know that you always need a zipper jacket or hoodie, just a lightweight one, like a fleece one, and have it with them all the time. Why? Because you never know if it's cold in a restaurant. You never know if it's cold, later on in the day, in the morning, and I'm not going to be carrying it. These things are so light that you can have it tied around the waist. Simple, easy. I mean, Old Navy has them on sale all the time. Always have a jacket with your child. I mean, it's just a given. Never let them take a toy anywhere. Well, they can't take them to school because it's not allowed, but don't let them take a toy to the store or whatever. Why? Because it always ends up in your purse, in your bag. You end up carrying it. No, just don't let them take a toy. Make sure that you have, if they've gotten new shoes, make sure that they wear them at home for a little bit. Because why? Because blisters. And blisters hurt, and blisters are ugly, and it is not good. So see if you have new shoes or cute shoes that your kid absolutely has to wear, make sure that they try them on at home and wear them for a little while. What else do I know? I know that if I need a quiet day and they're just running around too much, I will give them their tablets. Now, they don't get them all the time, but if I need a quiet day and I know I need to get the dishes done, or I need to do something where I need to have them sit down for a little bit, I will give them their tablets and they can have them for a couple of hours. What else? I know that if I don't want to cook, and it's just not one of those cooking days, and I'm not feeling it, I will let the kids eat cereal for dinner. And some of you moms, out there will like, oh my God, you're, like the worst mom ever. Hey, if you've had such a horrible day at work and you're tired by the time you get home and you just do not want to mess up the kitchen, hey, cereal. You eat it for breakfast, you can eat it for lunch, they can have it for dinner. A sandwich too. I mean, sandwich is easy. I mean, they can even, if you teach your children how to make a sandwich, they can even make a sandwich. So I'm just saying, some of you moms out there, I know that you are so tired, you just don't want to cook anything. Hey, cereal. I mean, come on. I know that if you go somewhere shopping, or you're going to be out for a very long time, or you're going to go to the zoo or what have you, always pack a little backpack, either an individual one for them or like one big one, and have snacks in there, water, what else? Like a little activity or something, because sooner or later, you know that you're going to have, Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, I'm thirsty. And you're not going to be pulling out your money to go to a vending shop, that is $2.50 for a freaking can of soda. Ridiculous. Also, if you have a bag or a purse or what have you, always have wipies, Band-Aids, and wipies, Band-Aids, and something else. Tissue, I believe. Why? Because kids are messy. Wipies are awesome. You can even use them on yourself. Band-Aids, if they fall, they have a nick, a cut, a scrape, or anything, I kid you not, you put a Band-Aid on it and it's fine and it doesn't hurt anymore. It's a miracle. Let's see. What else do I know? If you need quiet time in the car and the kids are just bickering at each other, the quiet game does not work. And I didn't really make up a game. It's just, something I thought of. Called Find the Color of the Car. So, there's very few bright yellow cars, very few bright green cars. So I, tell them find the cars, and you get a point for every car. Because I was going to do slug bug, but there's no slug bugs. There's no bugs on the street anymore. So that would have been really hard. What else do I know? I know that even though you're asking your children to clean up their mess or clean up their spill or what have you, you're going to go after and clean it up right after them. Why? Because they'll leave it sticky. Of course, they don't do it right because they're little people. They're still going to leave a mess. They'll leave a bigger mess, or you'll have a stain or what have you. So even though we're teaching our children, yes, to clean up after them, we're going to be right there right after them cleaning it. You don't want ants because they left something sticky. Kids are spillers. So I would suggest having a good vacuum. If you have a broom and you like to sweep, hey, go for it. And get some disinfecting wipes or cleaning wipes. Those are awesome. I also know that you always have to hold your kids' hands, regardless if you're crossing the street, you're in a parking lot, especially in a parking lot. They don't know that cars are backing up. They don't know that cars are speeding by, because everybody's an idiot and doesn't consider who is in between the cars. Even at stores, always hold your kids' hands or put them in the basket. There's just so much ugliness in the world that you literally have to hold your kids' hands anymore. Don't let them run in front of you. What else do I know? I know that my couch pillows and my couch throws are always going to end up on the floor. It's just inevitable. And they either become forts, or they use the cushions to sit on when we already have little stools in there. So just FYI, if you have decorative pillows, they're probably going to end up on the floor. What else do I know? I know that do not give your kids your cell phone, because even though you say, okay, you're going to have it for just 5 minutes or just 10 minutes, a fit ensues afterwards, and it's just better off to just not give them your cell phone. It's just, it's just don't do it. Another thing I know, and this is for somebody who has a baby, always have, when you're changing your baby's diaper, always have the diaper, the wipes, and the ointment with you. And it's just, you have to have those three things with you all the time. You can't just go and take the diaper, because you don't know what's going on in there. I mean, 1 minute they just may have just pee, and then the next minute, they tooted and it's an explosion. Or there's a rash that you didn't realize that they have. Just make sure you take all three things with you when you're changing your baby's diaper. What else do I know? I know that I always have Dum-Dums in my purse. So, yes, I know I mentioned candy before, but I always have Dum-Dums in my purse. So if my kids have had an awesome day at school and, I really kind of reiterate in the morning, please have a good day, get all checks, blah, blah, blah. But if they have a really, really good day, I have a Dum Dum in my purse and I give it to them when I pick them up after school. Or when Augie needed to get his hair cut and he needed to sit still, I gave him a Dum Dum so he could sit still, which was really not a really good idea because the hair would get stuck in the Dum Dums. But anyway, he stayed still for it. I know that, and this is very hard. I know that I hate to give my kids something to eat in my vehicle because there will always be a mess. There'll be crumbs everywhere. But, you're traveling or you're going somewhere and you have crumbs. I'm just letting you know that it is inevitable that you will have a mess and that you're going to have to clean your vehicle. I also know that my kids' Barbie dolls are never dressed. They have tons of accessories, tons of outfits, never dressed. They're always naked. I don't understand. I also know that when she does want to get them dressed, I have to get them dressed because she can't put the stupid outfits on them. Anyway, I also know that Matchbox cars, he will play with them for maybe a good couple of days, maybe a week, and then all of a sudden they're all gone. You have no idea where they are. They're like in Matchbox car Bermuda Triangle. They're gone. Let's see, what else do I know? I know that when you're going to eat, your children have no patience. So I would suggest ordering your kids' meals first and seeing if they can get them out as soon as possible. And typically their kids' meals, they shouldn't take too long to make. Kids do not have any patience. They don't understand waiting until other people show up or, any of that. Kids usually have set times they eat. If they go to daycare, if they go to school, they have a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, and they all eat it, or not dinner, but, breakfast and lunch, and they all eat at certain times. So when they're hungry, and they become whiny, they become cranky, and so it just makes for a better eating out. And so if you can, order your kids' dinners as soon as you get there, if you can. I also know that sometimes when your kids are cranky or they're upset or they're whiny or just like you don't understand, either they're tired, they're hungry, or they're thirsty. I know parents will be upset right from the bat. What's wrong with you? What's going on? You need to behave, blah, 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 blah. Ask them, are you tired? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? They may just need a drink of water. They may just need a snack. So, just a little, tip for you. Now, some of you may think, oh my gosh, my kids are never going to be that way. And I'm going to have strict rules in my house. And that's never going to happen. Bless your heart. Because we are not strict. We are, you know what I mean? Things happen. You need to choose your battles. I mean, they're children. We let them get dirty. We let them play around. You know what I mean? We are not stern that way. But you have to pick your battles. If your kid wants to wear boots with his PJs and you're just going to Walmart, fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's Walmart. It's not like you're going to go eat at a, your fine dining. Just pick your battles. So I just want to give you this little tidbits, some information, things that I know. If there's something that that could help other moms, put it down in the suggestion box or in the comments and put down what you know. These are things from like when you go out to eat or when you're going on a trip or when you're going to work or you're driving in the car with the kids or they're going potty or just anything that that some other mom or daddies who are moms that need to know. Just, there are new moms out there. There's new foster parents out there. There's, people who are just adopted. So there's any kind of circumstance where they just become new parents and they may not know this and they may need to know. So thanks for watching, guys. I thought this would be a fun little video. If you have any comments or anything, just put some messages down below. Let me know that you're showing love and go ahead and subscribe and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.